So this is a meeting with Kieran and Kevin. Kevin from CarePay Solutions, and we're just getting a update on where the company is at the moment. Kevin, good morning.
Good morning, Kieran.
So tell us what's going on.
So, since the last time we met,
Yep.
We've had a few changes in terms of our sort of MO for CarePay Solutions, really down to the feel and look of the app.
Yep.
And also moving from server-based to web-based technology.
Okay. Yeah.
So, as I said last time, we have 2 or 3 care homes where we're sort of soak testing the tech.
Yep.
More from the user point of view of a family member.
Yep.
So the family member, as I explained previously, downloads the app for free from the Google or App Store. They register on the app using the HSC, the Health and Social Care number of their relative, and then they have full access to being able to send monies and book services for their loved one in care.
Okay.
So that was the concept of the app. Being in situ several months, we started to have feedback sessions with family members and the care home operators.
Yeah.
Where we would invite both parties into a meeting room like this, and we would discuss their experiences with the technology.
Okay.
So based on that, we took a slight curve on the road,
Okay.
which is slightly different to the last time we met. And the main feedback was that on the app, it was too feature rich. There was a lot going on where a family member could book mum's hairdressing for next Thursday, book dad's chiropody for Tuesday morning, and add money and look at transaction histories, etc., etc. And for a lot of people, they didn't actually want that level of functionality. All they want to do is send mum her 50 quid every week and let the care home worry about how it's allocated and what it's used for.
Okay.
And by doing that there, it simplifies everything for the user with the app, especially some people that are maybe not that tech savvy. And at the care home end, their desktop software, they will be logging the services that their client used and how much it cost.
Okay.
That actually can be fed back to the app if you choose when you're setting up that you want that functionality. But it's the choice of the user now of how many features they want. The basic app, you register, you send money, and that's it.
So just so I am clear, the user still needs to download the app.
You still need to download the app.
The user, as in if it's my parent, if I'm the son and it's my father, my father doesn't have the app, does he,
No.
on his phone? No. Okay, I as the relative send my father £25 a month, £25 a week, or £50 a week. Okay.
Yeah. The person who downloads the app tends to be the appointee.
Yes.
On behalf of the parent.
Gotcha.
Right.
Right.
So that was what we did.
And is
with
there
the
one?
app.
So I'm getting, but this is interesting. Is there one app per family? So in my family, there were 6 of us. There were probably 5 that took an active role in caring for my parents.
You could have had 5 downloads of the app, but it can get a wee bit messy at times because you could be doubling up or tripling up on doing the same thing.
So usually one person out of a family support mechanism is appointed.
Usually.
Okay.
99% of the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Unless there's some sort of power of attorney with a local solicitor or something, but that's rare.
Yeah. Okay.
So it took us a while to rewrite the app. Again, we had to test it with end users, and that's happened now and it's finalised.
Good.
So we've now put the latest version on the app on Google Store.
Okay.
Which is very straightforward. It's literally, you download it, you put in your parents' HSC number, and that's it.
Right.
It's all simple. Even the registration process is very largely simplified. We had some feedback from people who were downloading and registering and were getting confused with HSC numbers, etc., etc. So that's all simplified.
Okay.
So it's a very user-friendly app.
So it's still in trial at the moment?
No, it's not in trial.
Okay.
We're actually talking now.
Are you in growth stage? Are you promoting this now?
It's we're about to go into actual live customer sites.
Okay. And do you have any at the moment?
Yes.
3, 4. I think that you were talking about 3 past customers
yeah,
of yours.
At the moment, we're on 5 sites.
Okay.
And by the end of Q3, we'll be in 10.
Excellent.
And that they're brand new people. Now, we are still just finalising pricing, because pricing wasn't something that we got into in the early days. It was all about perfecting the tech. But now that that's done, we're now...
And you look after the sales?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, personally, I would look after how it's directed, but we engage with third party sales people.
Okay.
And in that respect, I'll give you an example. We're about to do a blanket marketing campaign by the end of August.
Yep.
We're in the process of preparing the marketing materials for that and how it's going to be done. It's going to be a direct mail campaign.
Okay.
But we don't have the resource for people to sit and call 300 or 400 care homes, managers, proprietors. So we're engaging with a B2B service to do that.
Excellent.
So that's ongoing.
Good.
So that's some of where we are with the app. The app's finished now, and thank God we had care homes to test this.
Yeah.
Because we could have went to market and it could have fallen flat on its face in the early days.
No, that was critical.
So we've had real world feedback of guys, this is what we prefer.
And this is in terms of the modelling with the Wendy Kennedy. This is the whole idea of prototyping and testing.
And we did, I was referring to Wendy Kennedy's book.
Good.
You know, which is very useful.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Kieran.
No.
In terms of the back office system, the actual software that sits on the desktop in the care home, we have went down a route of where it resides and its functionality as well. So not dissimilar to the app, the feedback from the administrators and the managers in the care homes was, this is like Sage. It's very feature rich. We need something basic. Now, the reason we had a sort of Sage-esque look and feel to it was because the CarePay back office software will allow you to feed into Sage.
Right.
And we've now decided that we need two versions here. We need a Lite and a Pro.
Okay.
So the Pro version of the software is still quite feature rich and aimed more towards a financial clerk, administrator, accountant type person.
Yep.
But for a manager or maybe a deputy, we now have a Lite version, which is very, very simple. It literally is, you are adding in the services that the client has had, and that syncs with the app family member has.
Right.
So if I have 50 quid in my app balance and services are used in the care home, hairdressing, whatever, as soon as that's processed on this Lite software, it syncs back to the family app. So they can see, oh, mum had her hairdressing done today at 20 quid, and that app balance
I suppose in my head, and I'm listening to you carefully, I'm thinking of Revolut, the way Revolut kind of works, and talking about our interests. So I have different ways of Revolut, but we have a Duffer's Revolut, and nobody brings cash anymore, so one person takes it, pays for the coffee. On the day, it might be, if there was 8 of us, it's 75 quid and whatever. So, okay, we remind her at tenner into the Revolut, and it works seamlessly. And then you can say who's withdrawn and whatever. And then there are other, once it gets more complicated, there's other subsections. I know it's a very simple example, but that works. So what I'm getting from you is, yes, I can. For me as a carer, as a family member, I can see. But also if I manage. If I've got 50 people in my care home, I can quickly go in and see who's going what. So as long as it's easy to understand.
The ethos behind CarePay is transparency and accountability.
Good.
And families are secure in the knowledge that their parents have money for the day-to-day service they require for quality of life and care. When a care facility or provider are being financially audited or inspected by the trust or the regulator, that they also have a system that says, look, we use the CarePay system, here's exactly the way it's balanced and reconciled, and that will sync up with the families if they're ever called in for a finance meeting. So the tech talks to itself throughout. And we didn't even have to use AI to achieve that, you know. It was just blood, sweat and tears and testing it in real life situations.
No, from the very first time I met you, you know, to now, I'm right on to today's date, 31st of July, 2025. This is still, you know, so innovative and it's needed and it's on the ground and it meets that need, which is what we're trying to do, you know, in products and services and bring in something that's going to be usable at all times. This is totally scalable. I think there's such a need. I mean, it's nearly like a no-brainer.
Aye.
You know, so I would be saying from your 5 to your 10, what is the, then there's a resource constraint maybe in yours of reaching the care homes, and that's your next challenge, I imagine.
Yeah, well, the big challenges up to today were tech.
Right.
And usability,
Yeah.
customer feedback, getting all those boxes ticked. Just to finally round off on the desktop and the back end software, at the care home, it's all web based now, whereas previously we installed it locally.
Right.
So now it's all web based, and what that allows is remote working.
Yeah.
So if the person who does a lot of the work on care pay in the care home, or maybe off sick or working from home, they can log in on web based.
Yeah.
So that's why. Plus, everything's sitting on an Amazon server, and it's secure and all this sort of crap.
It's AWS. Yeah.
You know, and there's lots of you know, if there are disasters or times of crisis, that the care home knows that everything sits on the cloud.
And were you always going down the AWS?
Eventually, we were going to be on the cloud with everything.
Okay.
But in the first instance, we needed to get the proof of concept done locally.
Yep.
That's all done,
Right.
and that box is ticked. So in terms of scalability that you mentioned, it's probably twofold at this stage, where, just as I mentioned, locally we'll be going for obviously the local care home sector. That's divided into the local trust areas, and then subdivided into the type of care, which is residential and nursing.
Yep.
So we'll be, for example, hitting the Southern Trust at the end of August for all their nursing homes.
Okay.
Then we'll do all their residential. So what we'll do is that we'll audit and appraise how that campaign goes, and anything that needs tweaked, we'll do that before we hit the other trusts.
Okay.
So that's the plan that'll take us to October.
Okay, so that's your quarter three you're
Yeah.
talking about, and you're really testing again another series of quite advanced using and testing on one particular with one site.
Well, it's more of a marketing exercise.
Okay.
The tech doesn't need retest; it's ready to go.
Tech's ready.
In terms of strategy and growth and scalability, we're also attending the National Care Show in Birmingham in October.
Yes.
And that's twofold. The number one reason is to look and see what else is out there, because everybody that's in this sector is exhibiting there.
Yeah.
Now, there are other payment solutions for personal allowances.
Yep.
They tend to be these prepaid debit cards, where they issue residents with an actual debit card, and families can top those up. But they're so open to abuse that it's unreal, and a lot of people are dumping that as a solution. So we want to go and see at the National Care Show in the NEC what's going on. Now, we have yet to see a dedicated app for this market. And secondly, we want to go and see that other opportunities to partner up with suppliers throughout the UK.
Yep.
Now, in the Care Show, you might think, well, you go and look at stair lifts and incontinence products, but it's not that at all. It's everything this sector may use, one which happens to be the tech for the sector. Big tech thing in Cure is a technology to do your rota, your care management plans, your medications. There's loads of companies have produced tech to manage that.
Yeah.
They also would be interested in our tech as a value add upsell.
Yes.
Because they're in the care homes already. They don't have to knock on doors. Our product would be brought to them under a licensing agreement, where we could white label it with their branding, but they're using our tech.
Yeah, got it.
So that's another area of growth and potential scalability that we're looking at in the October, November time. Well,
And what about on your doorstep then? What about in the Republic of Ireland?
Republic of Ireland, yeah. Care pay can be easily adapted in terms of currencies. Obviously, it would need to go euro. The sort of way the care sector is structured in the south of Ireland it's very similar to here. There's not a lot of differences. The company that we have engaged with to do the B2B telesales exercise, they actually have a big presence in the Republic of Ireland.
Right.
So we'll be talking to them about replicating what we do here in the Republic.
So is that 2026 plan into the Republic of Ireland?
Yeah.
Okay.
What we want to do is we want to get the numbers on board, and not only the quite aggressive and things I've talked about there. Does a word ever lose your head? And you anyway, what I've just talked about.
Yeah, you're making the progress. Yeah, okay.
These aspirations that we have for the next couple of months.
Yeah.
We want to get it perfected in Northern Ireland with the numbers, and how we're going to achieve that. Right, I'm back now in my train of thought.
Okay.
The light version I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
That's free.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Now, if you go, part of our research was these guys that do apps and do all sorts of software solutions and all the rest of it. When you go and do the research and look at all their websites, there's always a free version. How can they do it for free? So we're talking to people and actually engaging with some of these as mock customers and all the rest of it. They want to build up the numbers to give gravitas and value to the product and the business.
Yep.
But resources are still required and they cost money. So the way it tends to work is it's free, and there's a little asterisk beside the word free, and you will be charged transaction fees, but not the fee to actually use the product. So the pro version of our software, for example, if you have a 50 bedded care home, the pro version will be $4.95 per bed per month, and that's, you're allowed to license our product for that. That's all your support, your upgrades, your after sales stuff, etc., etc. And we've done the numbers as well, the pricing. There is actually science in how we got to that number, $4.95 per bed. It's all down to time spent chasing families for money, time spent reconciling monies, going to bank the large monies, all this sort of stuff.
But it's a major, in pure practical terms, from the care home side, it's a major advantage.
Now, the pro version is feature rich, which larger care homes may require. That'll feed into Sage. It also allows care homes to generate PDF invoices and email them out of the system if a family member is behind on their personal answers. So that's more feature rich. It carries a lot more. It's a whole big upsell from the Lite. The Lite allows you to do everything CarePay always meant to do, which is get monies to and from the care home and the family and vice versa. But the Lite is free.
So between Lite and Pro, so say you're, I don't know what the magic number, you've mentioned 50 there, but let's say one care home is starting to use a lot of our support services, like physio or massage services or hairdressing or facial, whatever it is, and they say, I like my mum to have that once a month. If they're on the Lite, the care home has to arrange that separately.
If they're on the Pro, the care home has to arrange that.
Oh, anyway, Oh.
See, on the software, there is a tab, services, and you can populate that yourself with the services that your care home offers.
Okay, gotcha.
Previously on the app and the first versions, a family member could go in, as I said earlier, and book hairdressing and chiropody, but that got too messy. Okay. Let the care provider control the services they provide.
Okay, gotcha.
And so back to what I was saying, the Lite version does everything we want CarePay to do. But you don't have to pay the license fee of $4.90 per bed per month. You pay a transactional fee. And that is purely us doing the transaction, because we have to use the likes of WorldPay as the card transaction gateway. And that's costing us maybe 2p every 100 quid or whatever it is. So we'll only charge.
That's not bad.
We'll only charge the care home that transaction fee. So it's a minimal fee they get for a feature-rich service, which cuts out so much crap within the care sector, which I used to be in. So by going down that route, which is going in parallel with the paid pro, we're building up clients at a very low cost base to them. And then when we go to the likes of the UK or Republic of Ireland, we can say, well, actually, look, we've got 80, 90, 100 care homes on our books, and that gives the whole thing gravitas. And we believe it's easier to get there via the Lite version.
Excellent.
So that's our sort of strategy.
No, I mean, I'm conscious of your time. That's really, really useful. So, I mean, you've identified about quarter 3. You had talked about quarter 4, into quarter 4. Very much testing in the Southern Trust. 2026. You also mentioned about going to the UK and going to the show in Birmingham, and then 2026 you may expand into the Republic of Ireland. So, I mean, there's obvious growth identified there. We would like to continue to support you in any way we can, if it's over a periodic catch up by email. Even as part of it, where I was trying to get is in your table meetings. I don't need to be into your business, by the way, but it's just another voice, and somebody and me who's not in the care sector, just and Ryan who's an engineer, but it's very process driven. Going, what about that? Like, there's questions I would love to see your presentation and go, right, okay, well, what's happening there? What's happening there?
Yeah,
So. In the near future, if you feel that, in coming up to October or September, or bring the 2 lads in, just be interested in what they see. Using perhaps some of the modelling that's here, but actually just purely as another voice, an independent voice. We would be more than happy to continue to support it in any way we can.
Well, the latest marketing push we're doing, with all these new marketing materials, there's going to be a pack.
Yeah.
I'll drop a couple of those out to you in the next week or so.
Yeah.
And then you'll be up to date with what we're doing.
Yeah.
In terms of the whole longer term strategic goals, that would be good to have you guys sit on in that type of meeting.
No bother.
And we'll be doing that, I'd say, in around the end of October.
Okay.
The way I've described things to date, and for the next 6 weeks to 2 months, we're going to be very busy.
Sounds like it.
So if we can get that all wrapped up and done, I try and get keep in one piece when I'm doing these mountain bike trips, and get back and make sure all this is coordinated and executed. So no, that's where we are, Kieran.
But that's fantastic. I mean, in summary, I think your key things are, moving from the 5 to 10 is great. The customer testimonials is big. Using technology, whether you record that and then you piece those together. Hi, I'm Kieran. My father is Jimmy. He's in the care home in Carryduff. This is the care pay works for us because and that's aggregated up, and you have somebody either on a quick video on your whatever channels. I want to get into the social end of it, but whatever channels you're using. That's as meaningful. When you're trying to persuade me, or if the care home and I see a quick video, I said, I want that from my dad.
Yeah.
I'm straight in there, because I'm going back at my own memory trigger of 23 years ago. But I know if all those things were available now, I want my dad to be able to watch the film show.
Yeah.
Be able to my dad to, there's a show now, because it's going to have the history of showing County Down from 1960, 61, 68, and there's a wee video show. It's all about County Down. And he's going to a show, and there's other people in the car home. They're showing this movie show.
Yeah.
And I'm going, I want my dad. It's cost a fiver. Sign him up for that.
Yeah.
So it's nearly back to, in my childhood of Butlins, what the hell did you do? All the different activities that you did, because we want our parents to be okay, because we can't care for them. That's the whole emotional triggers.
Our one of our marketing messages is care pay helps ensure quality of life, just because of the extra services that allows families to attain and access so easily. Because a lot of care homes will not provide the services unless the money is there to pay for them.
Yeah.
Care pay allows families to be assured that if they're sitting on a beach in Spain, I can send them 50 quid to my mum to make sure she gets the services she needs.
Yeah.
Some care homes won't do it if the money's not there.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's the real world.
Well, in summary, I know you've another meeting to go to, and continued success. It's a really ongoing journey. To summarise, Ryan and I will be delighted to continue to support you. Call us in again in October. I'm going to put, for the purposes of this, we're going to say the touch base again on the 15th of October.
Okay.
And listen, and good luck in your trip ahead.
Okay, thank you.
No bother. Great stuff. Thanks, Kevin. So